In the last year, we've now seen 3 major earthquakes in the Pacific. The most powerful, of course, this one in Japan over the weekend, but also in Chile and New Zealand. That has a lot of experts concerned that one could now be triggered on our own Pacific coast. We want to talk about that now with Dr. Michio Kaku, who's back with us again. And one of the concerns is that you'd get about a 9-point earthquake up here around the Aleutian Islands.
That's right. This is not Hollywood anymore. It's actually happened. The second largest earthquake on recorded history off the coast of Alaska. And it could send a tidal wave 15 feet tall that could hit Los Angeles.
And there's another concern of one, though, right off the Pacific coast.
That's right. In 1812, we had another earthquake. And again, the potential here is that within a few minutes to 5 hours, a wall of water 15 feet tall could hit Los Angeles and go 2 to 3 miles inland.
So let's dig into more what that would mean for Los Angeles, what kind of destruction we would see if there were an earthquake first.
Well, let's say we have an 8.0 earthquake, smaller than the one that hit Japan. According to the
right
U.S.
on the San Andreas Fault?
Right on the San Andreas Fault. And according to the U.S. Geological Survey, the devastation would be catastrophic. Downtown Los Angeles flattened. 40% could withstand an 8.0 earthquake, but 15% of tall buildings are at risk and could, in fact, collapse.
So does that mean that we're not as well prepared as the Japanese were, say, in Tokyo?
Exactly. The Japanese are the world's best in terms of preparing for earthquakes. And look what happened to Kobe. Look what happened to Sendai. And look at the casualties in Los Angeles. 3,000 dead, up to 50,000 injured, and the fires, 6,000 to 7,000 raging fires out of control. Remember that in San Francisco in 1906, my grandfather witnessed it. Fires caused more damage than the earthquake itself.
And then, of course, there's also the concern of a tsunami and what that would mean for the various areas around Los Angeles, starting with L.A. Harbor.
That's right. L.A. Harbor would perhaps experience the worst damage in case of a tsunami. Again, a wall of water 15 feet tall going 2 to 3 miles inland. Santa Monica, believe it or not, would not experience as much damage because of the geometry, but Orange County, Newport Beach, Seal Beach, Huntington Beach would also sustain massive flooding.
Look how deep it goes in there. Okay.
That's right. So we're talking about whole areas being flooded, and some of these areas are very wealthy and they're very vulnerable. I wouldn't buy beachfront property there.
Okay, well, Dr. Kaku, thanks very much. A sobering prediction there. And we asked you what you think, if America's ready for the disaster or not. An incredible 92% of you said no.